Canadian companies that use AI report a 43% return on their AI investments, higher than the global average. And it's coming from a new report by the American data cloud company Snowflake. So Canada's doing well in this as well. Joining me now is Shannon Katschilo, Snowflake's country manager for Canada. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
So I know you checked in on something like 1,900 companies across 1,900 companies across, 9 countries? What would you say is the biggest takeaway from all of that?
So the biggest takeaway from the report is 92% of global respondents are saying that they're finding value in their AI initiatives. And as you mentioned, Canada is finding 43% ROI, meaning for every dollar that is spent, Canadian organizations are seeing $1.43 in return. So to bring this to life in an example, one of my favorite use cases right now that we're seeing across Canadian customers is our customers are using Snowflake Cortex AI to find and turn off unused software licenses across an organization.
Interesting.
You know, that is resulting in immediate cost savings.
Oh, that's an interesting way to use it. I wouldn't have thought of something like that. Let me ask you if you found that different countries were using AI differently, or is that did any sort of strains pop up that you noticed? Japan's using it this way, but the U.S. is using it this way. Did anything like that present itself?
Well, I can speak to Canada. What I thought was really interesting is that Canada has really focused their AI budgets within technical teams, specifically IT, cybersecurity, and engineering, which leaves a lot of room and opportunity within lines of business such as marketing, HR, and finance.
Okay, so you mentioned that software licenses, for example, that aren't doing them any good are immediate savings. How else are they seeing that return on investment there?
Yeah, absolutely. So some other use cases that we're seeing, for example, in retail, there's a car manufacturer, and what they're doing is using Snowflake Cortex AI to analyze customer responses that they're collecting online and really using Gen AI to dig down into sentiment, which is going to allow this organization to really improve the customer experience, which, you know, of course, results in great customer satisfaction and more customer revenue.
So it's just a faster way of being more in touch with what their consumers are looking for, are happy about, or unhappy about?
Absolutely. Really democratization at scale of AI and really giving everybody, specifically those lines of business, faster insights into the data to make faster decisions.
Where does Canada stand as far as adopting AI compared to other countries?
Yeah, great question. So 45% of the Canadian respondents said that they're still in the early stages of AI. Compare that to 36%, the global average. Now, I wouldn't take that as hesitation. I would actually take that as highly strategic. In my experience, Canadian organizations are being very intentional about where and how they start with AI to make sure that there is scalable long-term ROI on where they're investing.
Okay, so does that help in them being more competitive with other countries?
Absolutely. You know, the saying goes, garbage in, garbage out, and great AI thrives on good data. So to be able to have production-grade AI, you need great data. And I would say Canadian organizations are really focusing on investments in the core infrastructure.
I think another thing that you reported in this data was that Canadians or Canadian businesses are looking to invest, but being a little bit more careful than some of the other countries as far as forward investing in AI. Why do you think that is?
I think it's very intentional, measured, and strategic. They really want to make sure that the POCs that they're doing are having a real impact. And that, you know, says in the ROI of 43%, which is higher than the average global ROI that other countries are seeing.
Talk to me about growth just for your company as a result of so many businesses now trying to employ AI one way or another.
So I can't speak to region specifics, but I can point to Snowflake as a whole globally. We saw almost 30% year-over-year growth last fiscal. Canada continues to see great growth. Last year in 2024, we just expanded our Toronto headquarters, and we continue to hire in roles such as engineering and sales.
Okay, so where do you see more growth for Canada in its use of AI? If you were to say to the business operations in the country, here's where I think you could benefit more from this.
Yeah, definitely more within the business, such as marketing, HR, finance. There's so much opportunity for some great efficiencies, cost savings, and even deepening customer loyalty by using generative AI in the business.
Give me some examples that they're not doing now that they could.
Well, we're seeing some really great progression in early use across contact centers, for example, in Canada. So using generative AI to summarize call transcripts. Again, this is going to give companies a better idea of what customers are saying, and then they can really provide a great customer interaction versus more of, writing down notes while they're talking to their customers.
Okay, so a lot of that is sort of the front forward facing for the public.
Yes.
Okay.
Or sorry, for the contact center agents.
Okay. Are there other ways you think? You mentioned finance or HR. How could it be helpful there?
Product personalization, for instance, in marketing for customers is a really great. Within financial services, you've got fraud detection. The list of use cases is endless. What we really want to promote to organizations is really prioritize which use cases are going to have the highest impact and really focus on the skill set of your organization to make sure that they can deploy it where it's going to have value.
In which sector have you seen the most success from the use of AI?
Yes, great question. So we work across major industries such as financial services, retail, pharmaceutical, manufacturing. I would say in Canada, though, we're seeing broader adoption within financial services and retail. This makes a lot of sense. They're a complex organization and they're very data rich.
Okay, so they're using it basically to either streamline their data and make it more palatable for people to act on it, or generally, as you say, front-facing, and then they can extract the data in a better way. Is that sort of the best way to describe it?
Absolutely. And I would also say really allowing the business, maybe non-traditional users of that data, more access to make better, faster decisions on behalf of their customers.
Interesting. Okay, we have to leave it there. But Shannon, thanks for coming in. Shannon Katschilo is Snowflake's country manager for Canada. I appreciate that.